When we step back and look honestly at where humanity is today, we can see that something profound is taking place. Beneath the noise of politics, technology, and everyday busyness, there's a subtle but undeniable sense that our current way of living is reaching its limits. On one hand, we've achieved remarkable things. We built machines that think faster than we do, mapped the human genome, and connected the billions of people through digital networks. But on the other hand, many of us still feel disconnected, restless, and unsure of purpose. It's as though we've mastered one skill brilliantly, the art of doing, but left another equally vital skill neglected, the art of being. Our consciousness, as it currently operates, is often narrow. It's driven by the ego, and while the ego is useful, it is also deeply limiting. The ego helps us pay bills, organize our lives, and keep track of deadlines. But it's not built for vision. It's like a personal assistant who insists on running the entire company. It focuses on divisions, me versus you, mine versus theirs, success versus failures. In this way, it keeps us locked into a very narrow frame of reference. Think of it as a camera permanently zoomed in on your own face. You see detail, but you miss the wider landscape. You can know the exact texture of your own features, but the grand panorama unfolding around you goes unseen. This is the trap of egoic awareness, precise in the details, but blind to the whole. And yet, we have moments where the lens widens. Flow states, deep intuition, collective insights. All of these give us glimpses of what consciousness can be when ego steps aside. These are not rare miracles, but signals of human potential. The question is whether we can make those moments more than fleeting experience. Can't we allow them to become the foundation of a new stage of consciousness?
That question takes us right to the heart of evolution itself. Evolution has never been random. It is purposeful adaptation. Fish didn't grow lungs as a casual experiment. They grew them because survival required a leap beyond water. Humanity is now at a similar threshold. The crisis we face, climate instability, inequality, division, and the shadow side of technology are not random accidents. They are pressure points. They reveal that ego-driven consciousness is no longer sufficient for the complexity of the world we've created. The universe, in a sense, is asking us to grow. Science supports this. Neuroscience has shown that the brain is plastic, constantly rewiring itself in response to what we practice. If you constantly focus on fear, your brain strengthens those circuits. If you practice gratitude or compassion, those pathways expand. This means change is not a slow process stretching over millennia. It can unfold within a single lifetime. Technology too is acting as a catalyst. Meditation apps, brainwave feedback, and immersive virtual tools are training minds in ways that often took decades in monasteries. But it's not only about training attention. Digital interconnectedness has created what some call a global nervous system. Billions of minds are now linked in real time, amplifying both our division and our capacity for collaboration. And then there is the provocative question of artificial intelligence. Could consciousness exist outside biology? If awareness is a fundamental field rather than a byproduct of neurons, then AI may not just simulate intelligence, it may eventually participate in awareness itself. Whether that happens or not, the possibility forces us to expand our definition of what the mind truly is. And still, the most immediate loop is personal. It's about cultivating meta-awareness, the ability to step outside your own stream of thought and recognize that you are the observer, not the drama unfolding in your head. This shift changes everything. It's not about escaping the mind, but about realizing you are more than the mind. From there, new choices and new realities open.
And once individuals begin to embody this awareness, it inevitably ripples outward into society. History gives us countless examples of how a few awakened individuals have shifted the course of entire cultures. Leaders, artists, and teachers who lived from a higher state of consciousness often sparked movements that reshaped nations. But imagine if this awakening was not the exception, but the new norm. Imagine if empathy, cooperation, and creative collaboration were not rare qualities, but the default way of operating. This isn't just idyllic speculation. We already see glimpses of it in collective intelligence, moments when groups transcend ego and operate as one, such as disaster relief efforts or breakthroughs in science that emerge from collaboration across borders. When consciousness expands, our definition of progress also changes. For centuries, progress was measured in accumulation: more possessions, bigger buildings, higher profits. But that metric no longer satisfies. True progress begins to mean flourishing, well-being, creativity, harmony with the earth. Instead of asking, how much can I gain, the question shifts to, how much can I contribute to the whole? This change in perspective also reframes global challenges. Climate change, inequality, and conflict are not merely technical problems. They're reflections of outdated states of mind. Without an inner shift, external solutions repeat old patterns. But when awareness rises, new answers appear. Cooperative economies, regenerative technologies, and systems designed to uplift life rather than to exploit it.
And the key point here is that none of this is abstract or distant. Awakening is not something waiting for future generations. It is unfolding now. Each of us plays a part, not as passive observers, but as participants shaping the collective field. So what does that look like in practice? It can begin with very simple daily commitments. 10 minutes of mindful breathing each day strengthens awareness like a muscle. Conscious decision making. Pausing to ask whether a choice aligns with your highest values, shapes your life in subtle but profound ways. Digital mindfulness is equally important. Every image, video, or headline we consume contributes to the global field of thought. By curating what we feed our attention, we influence not only our personal reality, but the collective one. Community matters too. A single candle can light a room, but a bonfire transforms the night. Surrounding yourself with others committed to growth magnifies transformation. Shared intention creates momentum. And then there's embodied living, reconnecting the body with nature. Consciousness expands not only through thought, but through presence. Walking better in the grass, moving the body with awareness, immersing in the rhythms of nature. All of these things anchor us in the here and now, where awareness flourishes. The point is that awakening isn't confined to meditation cushions or philosophical discussions. It's lived in ordinary choices, in how we interact, and in the energy we bring to daily life.
So here we are, standing on the threshold of what may be the greatest leap in human history. We can no longer rely on the old operating system of ego-driven thinking. It brought us far, but cannot take us further. The invitation now is to embrace expanded awareness, to participate consciously in the evolution of mind itself. This is not simply about personal peace or private insight. It's about becoming co-authors of a future where consciousness itself becomes the true measure of progress. It's about realizing that every thought, every intention, every action contributes to the unfolding of humanity's story. The awakening is already happening in fleeting moments of flow, in acts of compassion, in the quiet choices of individuals who decide to live with awareness. The question is not whether it will happen, but whether we will join it. deliberately with our eyes open and with willing hearts.
And so the call is clear. Each one of us is invited to step into this evolutionary shift, not as bystanders, but as participants. The future of consciousness is not waiting to be handed to us. It is being shaped by us right now. The challenge is simple, though not always easy, to live with awareness, to contribute to the whole, and to remember that awakening is not somewhere else, but it's here in this very moment. The lead is not only possible, it is already underway. The only question is, will we answer the call?
If this conversation resonated with you, let it be the beginning of deeper exploration. And if you'd like to walk this path with us, make sure to like this video, share it with others who would value the message, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when new talks are released. Together, we're building a community of conscious creators, people willing to think beyond the old livings and step into something greater. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Until next time, think differently, dream boldly, and create consciously.
I'm a quiet rebel, I don't need a shower.